There was a time in my life where I was getting out of the military. Coming back from deployment, I'd already decided. Welcome to another episode with me, Coach Louis Stockley. Today we're going to get into something that I think is so important for you on your mindset journey. On this channel, my goal is to start teaching you to master your mindset. Today, what we're going to get into is one way to take advantage of your brain's subconscious ability to absorb information automatically and use it in a way that can take care of your push for success. There was a time in my life where I was getting out of the military. Coming back from deployment, I'd already decided I was going to get out. And I decided that I was going to work my ass off and get into a job with the federal government. That was my goal back then. I had a pregnant wife and kids to take care of. The money was definitely going to run out. Along the way, I would not settle for less than that government job. There were so many things stacked against me. There was the fact that I hadn't completely finished my college degree, which was a requirement to have a government job. That the employment process, the interview process is long, and it could take a while before they get back to you. More months than we had to wait. We needed money, right? The idea that they may not even select you because there's a ton of applicants. But with my mindset, with my thought process, I figured, fuck it. This is what I know is going to feed my family the best right now in this moment. I'm going to push forward and I'm going to make it happen. So what I ended up doing was applying to hundreds of jobs. I'm doing all this grinding, staying up every night, working on my resume, trying to build connections, do all these different things. And I just start to get this sinking feeling. Started basically feeling like I wanted to quit. And I kept pushing it off to the side, taking more action. Pushing it off to the side, taking more action. Building discipline. But it wasn't enough. I just felt like I kept hitting this wall that was stopping me from getting to that result I was looking for, achieving that job. At a certain point, I just stopped completely working on this. I stopped applying, I stopped trying to build up connections, and I just started to think that I was going to settle for my lot in life, which was to not get into that job. And then my brain just started going through all the reasons this was not going to work. But all of that changed for me when it became way too much. And I'm tucking my kids in at night because I would put in late nights working on this. And I'm having some talks with my wife, and I'm looking at them and I'm saying, what would they think about this? What would their thoughts be about me quitting on this and leaving them by the wayside? And faced with that, I had to ask myself this one single question. This question is very powerful, so keep it in mind for when you hit a wall, when you're facing a tough moment. I had to ask myself, am I going to quit now? I know you're like, that question is stupid. How the hell is that going to help me get past what's blocking me? It gets you past whatever's blocking you because your brain subconsciously absorbs any inputs that you give it. So if I was to ask you the question, what's 2 plus 2? If you know the answer, it's already popped up in your head. You can't force your brain to say, don't think of 4. It's going to automatically feed you that answer. You will see a 4 in your head when I ask you the question. So you can take advantage of that and use it for your own purposes. When I asked myself the question, am I going to quit now? Immediately 2 options came up. What does it look like if I do quit? And what can I do if I decide not to quit in order to make this happen? So after I asked that question, the obvious answer for me was no. I'm not planning on quitting at all. immediately the heavy feeling in the wall disappeared for me, and I realized I had not been thinking outside of the box. I was applying to this one specific location, this one specific locale, because it would have been the most convenient for us, when there was a whole branch of areas that I had not even tapped into and applied for. I started broadening my search and applying further away from us, even though it meant we might have to move. And guess what happened a month later? I got picked up for 3 interviews. One of those places even decided to fly me out to their location to interview me, show me the office, and figure out what I was all about, all expenses paid. None of that would have happened if I hadn't asked myself that one powerful question. That's a question that I want you to take and tuck into your toolkit. And if you stick with this channel, subscribe, share, and hit that like button, you're gonna get a lot more tools than this. That one question is powerful, and the best way to understand how powerful any of the advice I give you is to put it to use. So when you're facing those moments where you want to procrastinate, where you feel like you're gonna quit, just bring it out into the open, label it. Ask yourself, am I going to quit now? Now the other option could be, if I do quit, what are some alternatives? What is that gonna look like? For me, that could have looked like not going for a government job. Just saying, okay, I'm gonna just have to be okay with the fact that I'm not gonna get a government job, but I have a family to feed, so let's go find another opportunity. Let's figure out some other ways to do that. Either way, you're not stuck anymore. You're moving forward. I want you to try it out. I'm here to help support you in pursuing your big dreams. Subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, because every single day I'm going to be dropping value just like this for you.